Welcome back. The HBAR market has remained under pressure for reasons we'll discuss later on, but there's been some positive developments as well, so let's get into it. Last month, Jordan made it pretty clear he wasn't messing around as he attracted financial media heavy hitters to support his company, Immutable Holdings. The first to speak out specifically about Hedera was John Hederian, who did a fantastic interview with Hedera chief scientist Lehman Baird and Bobby Tinsley, co-founder of SKUX. We don't know for a fact if John is an investor in Jordan's HBAR fund, but I think there's a pretty good chance. Another guy we mentioned was Kevin O'Leary of Shark Tank fame, who had been dropping hints about HBAR but didn't come straight out and say it. Now he's confirmed that he's an HBAR investor, likely getting exposure through Immutable's fund. He said he didn't consider cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin in the same way other people do. O'Leary said he views it as software development. He keeps this in mind when investing in the space, and puts a lot of effort into trying to determine which DLT platform has what it takes to win long term. He named Solana, Polygon, and HBAR specifically as some examples. He said, "I need to invest in all of those, not just one of them, because I don't know who the winner's going to be." Adding that he was looking for which markets offered the best engineering talent and policy in the process. By policy, I'm assuming he means things like governance, fee structure, and regulatory posture. And we know Hedera certainly isn't short on engineering talent, between Swirlds, other council member teams, and of course Hedera itself. No wonder HBAR is on Kevin's shortlist. I'll include the latest Immutable Holdings promotional video after the market commentary. We got some fresh information from the HBAR Foundation, which I think much of the HBAR investment community will appreciate. There was some concern from community members about how HBAR Foundation grants might impact the market. Here's how CEO of the foundation Shane Higdon responded when the topic was raised on Twitter. There will be a lockup period for those that want to sell HBARs into the market to fund operations, development, and the like. Given this restriction, we have, at times, given fiat in addition to HBAR to help offset the immediate costs of building out the entrepreneur's vision. When asked how long this lockup was for, Shane clarified that HBAR would not be released for an additional 12 months. The year-long lockup will give Shane and his team time to determine the best way to deploy this HBAR and have the biggest impact on Hedera ecosystem growth. From a tokenomics perspective, this is fantastic news. As we've discussed at length, the base case is a continuation of the crypto bull run, similar to 2013 or 2017, and that being the case, this HBAR not impacting the market during this time is a concern lifted. By the time the HBAR does hit the market, the impact on the ecosystem by the teams receiving the HBAR will likely outweigh the additional supply. On a more fun note, some Hederians might know that 444 is our community's adopted lucky number. When I first pulled up Shane's tweet, he had 14 retweets, 4 quote tweets, and 44 likes. I'm not overly superstitious, but in the spring I saw this license plate, which was one of 4.2 million in the state I was in at the time. I saw this Quad 4 license plate in Singapore just a few weeks ago, and my wife recently had a waitress with this tattoo. So when I see this many 4s on a positive HBAR tweet, it's gotta mean we have some bright days ahead. Things haven't been looking great in the HBAR market, but it's in these conditions that crypto investors earn their salt. We took a leg down on Friday and again on Sunday. Much of the pressure was caused by a risk-off environment that resulted from a new strain of COVID out of South Africa, which has been catching buzz in the media. We may be in for some more volatility, but there's also indications that the reaction was a bit overblown. First, we don't know if this strain is as dangerous as what we've already been dealing with, and this is supported by a comment made by medical professionals closest to the epicenter of the new COVID variant. The chairwoman of the South African Medical Association said the new Omicron variant of the coronavirus results in mild disease without prominent symptoms, not to mention the new COVID treatment pills from Merck and Pfizer coming online. Specific to the market reaction on Friday, Goldman Sachs put out a note saying, "We do not think this new variant is sufficient reason to make major portfolio changes." As of the time of recording, HBAR is sitting at about 31 cents. If we take another dip, I'll be watching the 30-cent level closely to see if it offers the same support it has in the past. But the crypto market is really going to be dependent on how risk assets fare on Monday. With most traders on vacation this past Friday, the crash was mostly driven by algos. It will be interesting to see what happens when flesh and blood traders take over as the week starts. I'm hoping for a Santa Claus rally in risk assets, and if that happens, there will be a tailwind for crypto markets. Then again, crypto can have a mind of its own sometimes. I will say I've learned to embrace when crypto markets get jittery. I think Warren Buffett had it right. Be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful. So keep calm and carry on. And to end on a positive note, here's that Immutable Holdings promo video I promised earlier.
Don't just own cryptocurrency, own the blockchain. Introducing Immutable Holdings, the blockchain holding company, managing the first ever portfolio of breakout blockchain businesses, driving awareness and adoption of digital platforms. Diversified, stable, lower volatility, over $100 million in assets. Immutable Holdings, the blockchain holding company.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you appreciate the content.